I haven't recorded this on my phone before, so I don't know. Hoping. Oh, the microphone is unmuted. That's what I want in it. Can you hear me, Denise? Oh, okay, that's cool. Right, okay. I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, I just need to mute you. And then Barbara G, I'm just going to mute you because I'm recording now. I'm going to try and see what it's going to look like on my phone recorded for the Facebook group. Morning. Although I've only got Denise on my screen. Oh dear, Denise. We could be filming you. Oh, I don't know how to work that. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, we'll just try, yeah, because it might be all three of you and then me. So I don't know what it's going to record. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Kathy, is that outside door shut? Yeah. Right. Are we ready? Have you all grabbed yourself a band? Oh, Margaret's coming in shot. Give her a wave. Thank you, Denise. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Right. Okay, then, everyone. So if you can all stand in the middle of your mats. Feet together. Toes out, heels out. Soften your knees. Roll your shoulders back and down. Arms relaxed. Squeeze your bum cheeks. Pull your belly button in. Make sure the rib cage is down towards your hips. And if you don't have space, because you look like really nice and close and squashed there, you can come into the middle as well. All right, you don't have to avoid the middle. The middle is usable. Right, arms to your side, ear to your shoulder, and up and over to the other side. How's everyone feeling today? Oh, good. Positivity. All right, and then bring your chin to your chest and eye gaze up. Barbie, if you could mute your video, because I'm going to try and record it today to see if it works on my phone. We're having a little play around. Thank you, my love. Okay, over your shoulder, and then over the other side. Good. Make sure that the core stays switched on and your glutes are nice and strong. All right. And now let's roll through the neck. Take a nice big circle all the way through. Oh dear. Right, roll through those shoulders, all up to the ears, back and down for me. Good. And then the other way. Nice big roll of the shoulders. Good. So now we're going to go elbows and then nice big full arm circles. Make sure you're going for a big circle. All right, extend those arms. Good. Now go the other way. So roll through the shoulders, bring in the elbows, and then big full arm circle. Good. All right, hands onto your elbows. Keep your bum clenched, hips forward. Take a little twist over to the shoulder and back to the center. Take your time on all these exercises and try and see if you can twist a little further out, making sure the hips stay facing forwards. So we want to release out the middle part of the back. Nice big twist. I put the heating on 24 degrees, so it should be a nice temperature. Good. All right, let's add some pulses. So a couple of pulses at the back. Come back to the front and over to the other side. And then back to the center. Keep squeezing your glutes. Over to the side. Back to the center. Over to the side. And back to the center. Good. Relax those arms down. Right, take a nice little lean over. So bring your hand down towards your knee. Come up to the center and then over to the other side. Keep squeezing your bum cheeks. Good, nice big reach over. Oh, hi, Sally. It's always awkward when you come in, it's really quiet, isn't it? It won't shut all the way. It'll keep opening. Don't worry. As long as the outside door's shut, that's fine. Go in the middle. Good. Come back in the center. Take a nice big breath in. As we exhale, chin to chest. Roll down through the spine. All the way to the floor. Hands down. And then you're going to slowly roll all the way back up with the head coming up last. And again, so slowly roll down. Remember, take your time. There's no rush. And then curl it up through the spine. Good. That's it. Roll all the way down. So remember in the old days, we used to fit about 30 in here. So do you remember then? God, we used to be so cramped, didn't we? I think I had people up on the stage as well. Good. And then a nice slow roll up. All right, balance on one leg. We're going to circle the leg in one direction. Now what you can do from here is you can do a nice big hip circle. Oh, nice big hip circle here. Good. And then the other way as well. So you can make the movement as big as you want. If you prefer, you can just keep it nice and small on the floor. Yeah, if you have trouble with balance, grab a chair. Just in case. And then change legs. So circle. Don't forget you got the nice big hip circle as well. And then go the other way as well. Good. All right, we're going to take our feet neutral position. So remember how to get there, toes out, heels out. Arms up above the head. I want you to keep your biceps by your ears. All right? So no holding the hands together. Keep them apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to squat back as low down as we can, but keep your biceps by your ears. And think about sitting right back into those heels and then bringing it up back to standing. Now, to keep that back straight, keep your eye gaze up. Ooh, and you can see those arms dropping forward, can't you? Oh, and then come back up. Do a couple more of those for me. So what we're trying to do, I'm probably a really bad example because I can't squat very well. We actually found out if you have long femurs, you will never, well, you won't, well, I say never, but you'll find it always difficult to squat in that position. There you go. Long femurs, long femur bone. Because the angle of your legs, you'll always lean forward squatting. If you're short and you've got like the same, the length here, the length there, you'll have this perfect like angle squat. So if you've got a long femur, you'll always find it really hard squatting down like this, and you'll find that you'll end up being like this rather than, oh, up there. So don't always be disheartened if you can't squat. Good, and release. All right, so we're going to do as usual. We're going to switch our glutes on, aren't we, first? What do we do first? Oh my God, I can't remember. What do we do? Is it sun salutations now? Yeah. yeah. Sun salutations, isn't it? Yeah, right, come on then. Right, stand on the end of your fat. Feet together. I can't remember. Did we do a balance first? I can't remember. Right, feet together. Arms above the head. Standing nice and tall. Right, open those arms. Hands to floor. We've reduced the sun salutations to 2 now because we're going to hold the poses for a little bit longer. All right, you're going to lunge your right leg all the way back. Drop the hips down and open the chest, look forward. I need everyone in the correct position. So you need to drop those hips right down as low as they can without bending the back knee too much. Good. Your chest should be up and you should be looking forward, maybe at the opposite person. Oh, hi. Hands flat on the floor. Press your front leg back into down dog. Anyone with issues, go to hands and knees. Tailbone up in the air. Now, without moving your hands and feet, bend your knees and bring your chest closer to your thighs. From here, forward into plank. Squeeze the shoulders together. Squeeze your bum, knees or toes. Hold the plank, hold the plank. Now, slowly lower yourself down so your whole body touches the floor at the same time. Did you do it? Baby cobra or full up dog. But did you clench your bum cheeks before you lifted? Hopefully you did. Otherwise, you're going to feel it in your spine. Press back to down dog. Bum up in the air. Easy option, hands and knees. Chest closer to the thighs without moving your hands or feet. So to do that, you bend the knees and then you bring your chest and push it forward towards your thighs. Good. Now, right leg, lunge forward. So foot goes in between the hands. Drop the hips down. Lift the chest, look forwards. Good. Like a herd of elephants. Back leg, step in, feet together. Chin to your chest. You feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Any issues with your sciatic nerve, lower back, you always keep your feet apart. Don't ever put your feet together. Rise up to the top, standing nice and tall, arms up above the head. You still squeezing your bum? Oh, there we are. Open those arms, clasp the hands behind, squeeze the shoulders together. Okay, only one more time. Not that bad, is it? Doing two. Just do two now. If you want loads, that's Wednesday. Arms above the head, stand nice and tall. Open those arms, tilt from the hips, hands to floor, chin to chest, look up to your belly button. Good. Left leg, lunge backwards. Hips down, chest mid. Let's make sure everyone's in the correct position. Good. Those lunges are looking good. Are you looking forward though? And are you pulling your shoulders back? Beautiful. Press back to down dog. Tailbone up nice and high. Lengthen the spine. On the hands and knees. You should feel a stretch going down through your back. If not, push your chest further forward. Now, glide forward to plank, shoulders pressed back, squeeze the bottom. Belly button in. Clench your bum cheeks. I'm not seeing many tight bums here. Lower the floor so you land on the floor at the same time. Baby cobra, full up dog. Squeeze your bum cheeks. Open those hips. Nice. Press back to down dog. Bend the knees, chest close to the thighs. Lengthen the spine. And your left leg, lunge forwards. Oh, that was a little quieter. Make sure that foot's in between the hands, hips down, lift the chest. Good. Back leg, step in, feet together. Forward fold. It's quite nice because you get to hold these stretches for a little bit longer on a Friday. Rise up to the top. Clasp those arms behind your back. Squeeze the shoulders together. And release. Ah, well done. Right, we are going to go into, it's not really a balance as such. What we're going to get you to do is we're going to do mini lunges because we haven't done them for ages. You kind of are balancing. So what you're going to do is your feet are going to be hip distance apart. You're going to take a step back. It's quite a narrow step. So your weight is all on the front leg. Your arms are just going to hang down here. But what you don't want to do is allow your shoulders to roll forward. So we need to push the chest forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep most of the weight on the front leg. We're going to lower down as far as our knees will allow us. And then we're going to slowly come up. But I only want you to go up 3/4 of the way. This way it keeps the bum switched on. All right, if you know what you're doing, off you go. And you're going to keep repeating on that one leg. You're going to stay on that same leg. I will time you just because we want to make sure that we do the same amount on each side, yeah? Good. So make sure you go down nice and low. Nice and low. So the weight's on that front leg. That knee goes right on the inside of the ankle and you're going to push up. There is obviously a little bit of weight on the back leg, but not too much. So this is good to strengthen your knees and your hips. And obviously in your glutes is where the main muscle, you should be feeling that. They won't feel in their bum cheek. Good. Hopefully we feel it in the bum cheek. Just take your time. It's very windy back there, Sally. You can always, we can always spread out a little bit more, come into the middle. No, you're fine. Good, so nice slow down. And then come back up. They do blow, it blows out quite, the thing is, I'd rather you lot were warm in here because if you get too cold when you do Pilates or yoga, you're more likely to get an injury and you'll be surprised if there's a cold draft coming in. What I'll do is I'll turn the fan. No, I'll turn the fan right down so it's not like a hurricane. Hang on! Right, wait for it. Oh look, I've messed up the fan now. Okay, ready? Okay, 1.5 minutes is now. Switch legs. Right, that fan should point down to the floor now. Yeah, yeah, and it should be, and it shouldn't be so aggressive. Come on. Oh, it's still blowing up quite heavy. Yeah, no twisting of the hips. No twisting of the hips. Oh, I'm just going to turn it right down. Oh, it says flap. Flap should be down and low. I did say that side's going to be warmer. I did warn you. Right, we're all right. We're online. Online still going. Good, good. Yeah, but don't forget, you were dancing beforehand. Heidi's coming all cold. Right, keep going. You've got 30 more seconds on this leg. It's all right. You're going to lay down soon. Don't worry. If you're getting too hot, that room there is freezing. You can always pop in there. It's all right. I've turned it right down. Don't worry. It'll cool down in a minute. Good. How are we doing? Couple more seconds. How's that leg feeling? All right? Do you feel it? Right. Okay. Now onto your chairs with your band. Has everyone got a band? So at home, you need a little mini band and you need to sit on your chair. All right, put your bands on then, because it in your hands. I haven't. Has anyone got a spare one? Anyone? Yes, Rosom. She's got one. Good. Right, so place it just above the knees and sit on your chair. Now, when you do this, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. That's it. So legs are bent. Right, all you're going to do is make sure the band is quite tight already before you start. If it's not, take your feet a little bit wider apart. So what you're going to do is usual, lean forward into that position, open and close the knees. So there's always an option. If you forget your band or we run out or you don't have one, you can do the clam exercise, which is the one where your feet are on the floor and you open and close the knees like this. So this is your option to switch on your glutes. I'd probably just up and hold it, but you have to keep switching both sides. So this is the other option. But if you've got a band, this will just get in quicker. Good. All right, so now with the open and close, we need to pulse it. Hopefully it kicks in quite quick. If it does kick in quick, that means everything's working as it should. Is everyone feeling it in both bum cheeks? Pretty much straight away, yeah? Good. Awesome. That's a good thing because you want them switched on quite quick. Beautiful. So we've done a little bit of strength work, standing up. We're going to do this just to switch the glutes on even more. Probably should have done this before we did the lunges, but then it would have made your lunges harder. Good. Right, out and hold. Wider. Make sure you press that chest forward and shoulders back. Keep leaning forward. Good. Wider. I want it to feel like it's gonna cramp. Is it? I'm not sure. Pulse it again. You ladies at home, how are you? Are you all right? Are you in pain yet? Are you? Oh yeah, Denise is saying yes, she's in pain. Are you to the point where you want to cry yet? 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Shake it, bum out. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. I have to say, like, honestly, since doing this, I don't get any issues with my lower back anymore. So it does do something, obviously. Right. So back into position, sitting there, lean forward. Get ready and open and close those knees again. Don't come all the way in. Keep that band tight. I don't want to see any slacking on that band. No slacking. Good. Oh, I got a black one. Oh, you two. Were you late to grab the bands? Too busy chatting. Yeah. Just remember, whoever gets in first and grabs the band, you get the easier ones. Otherwise, you end up with the black ones. I think the purple one's terrific as well, which is what Moira's got. Yeah. Faster. I don't know where that one comes from. I have no idea where I accumulated that from. So someone's missing a band from somewhere. Right, faster. We pulsing. Good. Pulsing, pulsing. Open wider. Open and hold. Oh, such a pretty face, Julie. Come on. Wider. It's because I'm not, oh, sorry, I've just realised because I'm not doing it. We're going a little bit longer, aren't we? 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh dear. Right, a balance before we come onto the floor. We are doing a little bit more standing today, if you haven't worked that out already. So what we do after this is then we'll get you on the floor and we'll get you straight on your back, all right? So standing, you're going to keep your bands on, optional. The band is going to sit around the top of your legs if you want to make it easier. If you want to make it harder, you put it lower down on the legs. Because it all depends on if you've got the material band or the latex one. Now, you've got the chair there, or you can do it without. But with the chair, you're able to get the leg a little bit higher. Without the chair, you're working on balance. So what we're going to start off first is what we're going to do. We're going to go with a chair to the side. We're going to work on outer thigh. Now, most of the time we do this stuff laying down, but I'm going to get you to stand because I want you to work on the leg you're balancing on. So the leg you're balancing on, I want you to have a soft knee and you're just going to take the leg out and in for me. Hold it in the chair if you're a bit worried about balance, or you've got it there just as a support, just in case you lose balance. So out to the side. Good. Try not to bring the legs too close together. Again, you can do this without a band. Yeah, and with the black ones, yeah, if you go up a little bit higher, it's more manageable then. And then if you find that your legs going quite high, you can put the band down a little bit lower and then it just restricts it a little bit more. But try not to move the body. So all that should be moving is the leg. Now pulse it up. It's a lot harder balancing, but it's good for this leg as well. So you'll probably feel it in your bum cheek, the one you're balancing on, and the leg that's lifted around the hip. So keep lifting that leg and pulse it. How's that feeling? Feels good, right? Not really. It shouldn't do. Now, where the chair is here, keep that leg lifted. Turn slightly into the chair. Now you're going to go back diagonal single. So the foot turns out. You're not going out to the side. You're not going behind. You're going somewhere in the middle. Out diagonal. Turn the foot out. Keep the balanced leg slightly bent. So that bum cheek is always working. Don't forget to switch on your core. We're doing a lot of standing stuff. After we've done this on both sides, we're then going to lay down. So you just got to suck it up for a little bit longer. All right? Now pulse it. Take it up and pulse. How's the balancing leg? That should start to kick in as well. So you're kind of working both legs here. Good. Back diagonal. I know it hurts. It's good for your hips. Trust me. We'll give them a good stretch out after as well. Good. Hold that leg up. Now turn into the chair if you've got a chair. Now you're going straight out behind, singles, and you are leaning forward. Again, the only thing that's moving is the leg. The body isn't going forward and up. You're keeping that body still. You must switch on your belly and you must clench your bum cheeks. We do not need to feel this in the spine. This is going to hit your lower back muscles. All right, don't panic. Now pulse it. Higher. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, oh. This is all good for you. It might not feel like it, but it is. Right, other side. So hold your chair or whatever you want to hold on to balance or not. Okay, leg you're balancing on, soften the knee. Other leg, out and in. This is going to hit pretty much straight away. Yeah, and it feels really horrible. I know. Oh, yeah, there it is, right in that hip, yeah? Quite does that, doesn't it? What? Good. Keep going. So lifting up. Again, you want to keep that body nice and still. All I should be seeing is the leg moving. No movement from the hips up. Supporting legs should be bent. Good. Up and pulse. Keep squeezing your abdominals. Keep squeezing your bum cheeks. Remember, after this one, we are going to be laying down on our back, all right? Yay! Come on. Good. Hold it up. Turn slightly diagonal onto the chair. Now go singles, diagonally behind. So not out behind, not out to the side, somewhere in between. Turn the foot out and it will hit your bum cheek. So we're trying to hit all angles. Leg you're balancing on, keep it soft. Remember, you want to hit the glutes. Good. Now pulse it up. You are going to feel this in your lower back. We're strengthening that area. We will release it all off. Do not worry. How's it feeling? Feels horrible. Now go straight out behind. Oh, I know. Does it really hurt? Or are you lot just being dramatic? I'm like, oh my God. Good. Nice big reach out behind. Keep that. Don't go too fast. Cool. That leg you're balancing on though, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Come on. Don't give up. Just keep burning, keep pushing through. We're nearly there now. Don't forget, squeeze the bum cheeks, all right? Now up and pulse. We're nearly there for 8, 7. Keep the legs straight. 6. Oh, I forgot what number it was then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh my God. Oh, guess what? You can take your bands off. You don't even need bands for that. It's in like you're in agony without the bands. Right, take the bands off. You can pop your chairs back now, because what we're going to do is we're going to come down on the floor in the correct way. Unless your name's Sally, she's gone straight down. I love that. Straight on the floor. Do you guys remember how to get on the floor correctly? Oh no, some of you are just coming down. Come on, we're in a class situation. Right, stand in the center at the end of your mat. Slowly roll yourself down so you get a nice stretch through the spine and the hamstrings and the glutes. Or you can just do a Sally and lay there already. Right, we are going to stretch out our glutes because Heidi's already in it. Well done, Heidi. Right, we're going to walk our hands forward. Yeah, and we're going to bring our right knee in between our hands. Now, I understand that some of us may have difficulty doing this. So if you do, you'll just come onto your bottom and you'll sit with your legs in 90-90 position. We're going into a swan pose. We're going to stretch out the glutes and the hips. Don't worry, we're going to do some ab stuff in a second, but we just need to stretch this out a little. Into a swan, Margaret, or a pigeon, whatever you want to call it. It's actually technically a pigeon pose, isn't it? But I don't like the pigeon, so I'm going with a swan. I like to rename them all myself. Don't forget you can roll around that stretch as well. So feel it a little bit more in the bottom and around the hip. And if there's a position where you feel the stretch intensifies, then hold that for a little bit longer. Good. And as smoothly as you can, you're going to lift and switch legs. So the left knee goes in between the hands into your swan pose. That's it. Don't forget, you want to try and bring that heel a little bit further out as well, because at the moment, the heel's sitting in the groin, so it does need to be pushed outwards. It's quite hard, especially if you haven't got the flexibility. I can't do it, so. Again, don't forget to roll around. How's your bum feeling now? A little bit better? A little bit better? Good. Okay, so we're going to land on our bottom. We're going to bring the legs around. You're going to lay on your back. We will do some lower back stuff, a little bit of hamstrings and abdominals, but we're going to stay on our back on this one. All right, so you're not going to be rolling over. We're going to stay in this position. So the first one we're going to do is we're just going to peel ourselves off the floor, come up nice and high, and then you're going to roll down through your spine and back on the floor. So you're going to peel yourself off the floor, come up nice and high, and then rolling ourselves all the way back down. Good, and then roll down. So don't forget, every Wednesday we do a half-hour core class, which is lower back and abdominals online. It's only half an hour. Actually goes quite quick. Didn't feel that bad actually on Wednesday, apart from the last exercise that hurt. So just nice big peel yourself off, up nice and high, and then slowly roll yourself back down. Good. And then when you come back down, your hands are going to go behind your head, and we're going to go in for some sit-ups, some crunches. So hands behind the head. Think about lifting your chest up towards the ceiling, pulling your belly button in and lifting your tailbone off the floor. If you keep lifting your tailbone, really drawing the belly button, you're going to train your abdominals inwards. If you allow the belly to lift, then you're just going to train the abdominals to poke out, giving you that pot belly appearance. So keep pulling in. Also, don't go all the way down, because if you go all the way down, what can happen is the abdominals will switch off, and then sometimes, most of the time, you forget to switch everything back on before you come back up. So only go 3/4 of the way down. To check that your abs are being switched on, place your hand onto your belly and keep the same tension going all the way through. So I don't want to see your belly should be going up and down. It should be just laying flat and in the same position, regardless of what you're doing with your upper body and your legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a mixture. We're going to do a couple of abs, then we'll go back into bridges, a couple of abs, back into bridges, and we'll do that for the next 7-8 minutes. And then we've got some nice stretches to loosen off the hips, the glutes, and the back. Good. Now, if you want to add a little bit more with the abdominals, we're going to bring one knee into the chest and then back out. Curl up, chest to thighs, lower back down, tailbone is lifted. Don't forget to keep breathing as well. And then your next level is to bring the knees, and you can do a double knee, but nice and slow. So you want to really exaggerate lifting that tailbone, bringing the knees to the chest. I would keep your head and shoulders off the floor all the way. Less likely to let go. And then you've got the option of a single leg extension, straight or bent leg. Good, just to make it even harder, but keep lifting that tailbone so you're getting that deep, intense burn almost straight away. Can everyone feel that? All right, just one then. How's the gap from your chin to your chest? Can you fit a tennis ball underneath it? If not, lift your chin. You can do single or you can do double leg here. If you find that your upper body is starting to ache or tire, just leave that on the floor and focus on the legs. But keep lifting the tailbone all the way through. Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. Good, just a couple more of these. And then we're going to go into a static hold bridge. So feet on the floor, walk your feet out as far as you feel comfortable. Ideally, I'd like you to go into a straight leg position. Your heels are going to press into the floor. I'm just going to soften my knees a little. If you've got no back issues, this is fine. If you have, bend your knees a little bit more. Arms down by your side, and all you're going to do is pick up your body off the floor. So you're going into a bridge. We're just going in for more of a straight leg bridge. So there's a nice gap underneath my back, my bum, and my legs. Everyone up? Everyone lifted? Keep digging your heels into the floor. Now, whatever position you're in, dig your heels further into the floor, but pull your heels towards you. So dig down and into you. There you go. How's that feel? Feel that more in your hamstrings? Good. So keep pushing the heels down and pull inwards. Keep pushing and pulling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh. So hopefully you understood. So the heel goes down, but this way. Obviously it's not moving, but you're thinking of pushing down and in. Right, back into abs. Okay, legs up in the air, arms out to the side, a nice little twist one. Take your knees over to the side as far as they'll go. Slowly come back into the middle. And then we're going to do 4 reverse curls here. This is where you lift your bum up and down off the floor. Bend your knees and then take the legs over to the other side. Come back into the center, legs up in the air. 4 reverse curls. As you go over to the side, you can do a single or a double leg extension. Up to you. If you want to extend a little bit more. Back in the middle. 4 reverse curls. Good. Keep repeating that for a couple of times. I'll say a couple. More like a few. Maybe 100. Remember with the reverse curls, you're trying to lift the bottom up as high as you can off the floor. You're trying to bring your feet up towards the ceiling without using your arms. And then you lower your knees down to the side. You can do a single or double leg extension, or you can go for the advanced option where you keep your legs straight and you're going to take them down to the side and back up again. So that's your advanced option, where your legs just stay straight for the whole entire set. Don't forget, you're still thinking about switching core on. Don't just rely on the exercise to do that. You need to do that as well. So that's the tailbone under, rib cage to hips, and belly button pulled in. Good. All right, let's stay with a reverse curl. So keep your legs up in the air. Up and down with a reverse curl. Pull the belly button in. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Now up and hold. Good, a little bit higher. Come on, lift the bum, lift the bum. Don't hold your legs. Anybody want to lift their head and shoulders off the floor as well? Go on, you might as well. Go on, finish off the abdominals. Come on, bum up, lift the head and shoulders, lift the head and shoulders. Good, so you can have your hands behind your head if you want. Just don't touch your legs. Go on, lift, lift, lift. Right, now pulse it, pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. Come on, 20, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. One more hamstring bridge. We're going to do a 10-second hold. Remember, when you do your hamstring bridge, dig your heels down and pull the heels in towards you, right? Soften the knees so you've got a little bit of a bent knee. Heels dig into the floor, arms by your side. Squeeze your bum first before you lift. Now try and drag those heels in towards your butt and down into the floor as hard as you can. Lift those hips up nice and high. Oh, we're getting cramped. Good. Lift them up high. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, well done. Oh, all right, slowly come up into a seated position. Right. We've got a stretch now, Margaret. This is a stretching bit now. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Cross that leg over. Hug the knee. Don't forget, with the bottom leg, you can tuck that leg under. All right, you can tuck it under. And I want you to hold and make sure you're twisting the same way as the knees lifted, yeah? Good. Da-da-da-da. So it wasn't that bad, was it? Good. For those that want a little bit more, grab hold of that right foot with the left hand and then open. He's trying to work out what arm and what leg, in it. That's it. So you all should be facing the back of the room. Oh no, yeah, you're just doing the other leg, aren't you? Yeah. other arm. Because you're doing the other leg. Good. And now come forward so this leg's up in the air. Can you grab the bottom of the foot? Now push through the heel. Doesn't matter if you can't fully extend. Push through that heel. It helps if you've got really long arms. Good. If not, leave it on the floor and lean forward. Yes. And you can do that one as well. Good. There you go. Now bend that right leg. Left foot stays on the floor like this. The right foot goes onto the thigh. With your hands, lift. Bring your bum closer to your heel and push the knee away. If you're finding too much, you just lengthen the legs out a little bit more into this position here. All right. But what you're trying to do is get as close as you can and hold. How's that? Another option, thread your arm through the middle, grab hold of the shin. I'm just going through options. If not, you stay with the one before. And then not many people can do this, but then you want to then place both hands underneath that foot. Go on, Linda, because I know you can do that. I'm waiting for Linda online to do it. There you go. No, she's just rocked forward. No, she's just gone. Is Barbara doing it? Oh no, Barbara's collapsed as well. They're all rolling all over the place online. They're like, I just see these legs like waving around in the air. Good. And release. Both legs straight. Bring your left knee in. Cross it over. You two are on your right leg, aren't you? Hug the knee and turn over the other way. Bottom leg, if you can, tuck it under. Good. Right, grab hold of that foot. Now lengthen. Reach out back. So you lot are facing the back, you lot are facing the front, and you two are facing the back with the leg out. That's it. Leg up. No, you're fine. Good. Now come forward. Place both hands under the foot. Extend it out front. And if you have trouble with this, leave it on the floor and lean forward. Leave it on the floor, lean forward. You see how it rounds your upper back? So what you want to try and do here, push the chest forward. And you'll find you won't be able to extend the leg as long. It's all about posture. So even though you're doing stretching, you still want to try and get your body in the right position. So just squeeze between the shoulder blades. Good. It's really awkward. Keep this leg lifted. Place your right foot on the floor. The left foot is going to go on the thigh as far over as you can. And then bring the bum as close as you can to that heel. And that should increase that stretch through the bottom and the hip. So, right, you're going to lay down and relax in a minute. I have to loosen off this area because you've done quite a lot of work. And if I don't, it's going to get really stiff over the weekend. And you might find that it will, you might get a little bit of soreness in the lower back. So that's why we need to make sure that we get a good stretch around this area. So your next option is to thread one arm through, grab hold of the shin. Because we want to strengthen our bum, but we don't want to make it tighter. So that's why when you do a lot of glute work, you do have to make sure you stretch it out fully. And then for those that can, place both hands under the foot. Are you there? Sort of, ish. It does get worse when you get older, doesn't it? I could do that at one point. And release. Oh, well done. Roll down on your back. Right, we're going to do one for the hip. All right, it's fine. It's easy. You can feel it, but it's easy to do. So you're going to lay down on your back. We do this one all the time. You're going to cross your right leg over your left. You're going to squeeze the inner thighs together, arms out to the side. So right leg on top, left leg underneath. So whatever leg's on the top, that's the way you're going to roll. So if your right leg's on top, right leg goes, right leg's on top, roll to your right. Then your eye gaze needs to look the opposite way. And that way, it encourages your shoulders to stay down. So what you want to do here is with your right foot is pull the left knee down towards the floor. So you're increasing that stretch going through your hip. Gently release, come back into the center. Change the legs over. So left leg goes over right. And then you're going to drop your legs over to the left side. Good. Gently release. Oh, bring those knees in. All right, gentle rock forward and back, side to side. Just loosen off. Good. And again, if you want to, you can just roll the knees in and out. Just loosens off that spine. And then the other way. And then we're going to go into a couple of minutes of relaxation. So you're going to find a nice comfortable position down on the floor. So lay on your back, lay on your side, or in a seated position. Legs extend out across the floor. If you have any issues with back, bend your legs, feet flat on the floor. If you like a lower back release, soles of your feet together, allow the knees to part out to the sides. Palms facing up to the ceiling, closing your eyes and your mouth, and just breathe in. and out through your nose. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, release any tension or stress you might still be holding on to. Just allow yourself to melt into the floor. Just allow everything to let go. Scan your body from your head to your toes. Notice if you're still holding on to any tension. Draw a big deep breath in. Focus on the area. Exhale, release, and just let it go a little further. So let's just bring a little bit of movement back in. So start to move your fingers and your toes. Circling the wrists and the ankles. Take a nice big stretch, the arms above the head. Lengthen from your fingers to your toes. Gently draw your knees one by one in towards the chest. Giving them a gentle hug. Rock forward and back, side to side. Or you can open and close the knees in a circular direction just to ease off the lower back. Gently roll to your right side. And then bring yourself up when you're ready into a seated position. Sit nice and comfortably. Ground your sit bones into the floor. Lengthen your spine to the crown of your head. Think about your posture. Think about drawing in through your belly, relaxing the shoulders. Good. Take a nice big deep breath in, arms above the head. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Take a nice little lean forward as you exhale. Slowly release, come up. Roll those shoulders a couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way. And you are finished. Well done, everyone. Oh. Take your time.
Thank you, Cara.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cara. Perfect, wasn't it? Really perfect way to build you up for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.